Hi guys, what you see before you is EasyOS version 7.4.6 and we are experimenting with a new theme. This is a grey theme. You can see the menus are grey and with a bit of pink. These are Australian pink and grey galahs. Very interesting birds these. They are monogamous, they pair for life and they live for quite a long time as well. So just in case you're interested in that kind of thing, nature. Now, the problem with upgrading from one version to the next is that you may have chosen some theme settings, you may have chosen the wallpaper and so on, and when we update to a totally new theme, the update is not always totally clean. So this is what it should look like if you were doing a new installation, but if you had updated from 7.4.5, you might find you've still got the old wallpaper. This is a bit of an area where we need to have a think about a bit more. Maybe have a global theme setter or something. Anyway, what I'd like to do in this video is just run you through how the theme is set in EasyOS. Now, if we look in the browser, this is version 7.4.5 here, and part 21 in this video series. Notice how the theme is completely different wallpaper, different coloured icons and so on. Now, incidentally, that was introducing the graphical installer, and I did say at the time that we would do some testing on it, but it still has to be considered as alpha. We haven't had a chance to do much testing as yet. So even though we're now at EasyOS 7.4.6, treat the graphical installer with great caution. Only test it on a computer that you don't mind if it gets a bit stuffed up. Okay, we need to do more testing on it. Now, when we update 7.4.6 and we find maybe that you've got your old wallpaper, that might be okay, that might be what you want. But anyway, I'll show you how you can set it to everything to the default. This is all the default, okay? Now if we look in here, this is the root.packages folder. So it's a hidden folder because it's got the dot on the front. Okay. There's a file here called default theme. And if we click on that, I've already done that here. Incidentally, I've got my little picture as well. I'll bring that up. That's me. This shows you the different settings for the theme. Roxfiler text foreground, Roxfiler text shadow, and so on. You can just see what they mean from the name. Hold on, go to the beginning. There we go. GTK theme. JWM is the window manager. The theme for that. Wallpaper, and so on. Just to itemize that. Well, firstly, this gives you an idea of what the default is, so you can go ahead and set all these back to the default if you want to, or change to something else. But just itemizing those different theme settings, I did another little, here we go. Yeah. This itemizes the different parts of the theme. It's the JWM window manager, the GTK and also Qt GUI toolkit theme, wallpaper, the desk icons, the Roxfiler text, that'll be the fonts and the colours, and the X cursor. Now, we don't have a global theme setter, not yet. I'm thinking about it. We might do, but at the moment you've got to set all these individually, and it's pretty straightforward. You just go into the menu, hold on, menu, there we go, and it's all under the desktop category. Okay, now you've got EasyJWM, for example. That's the window manager. So all the windows that we see, like this is a window, for example, the actual appearance of the window, in particular the border and the text at the top, title bar, and the appearance of these little widget things here. Take it away. That's the JWM window manager. Okay, now if you go into that, EasyJWM, to configure JWM, you will find here you can set the different available themes. Now also note that if you go into the package manager, there are lots more you can download. There's more JW themes, GTK themes, wallpapers and so on. If you click on package and then choose the package manager, you'll find it in what we call the NoArc repository, and you can just browse through there and you can find heaps and heaps of different themes, wallpapers and so on. Okay, so that's how you can set the theme for JWM. And it was like, okay, desktop again. That's the GTK theme chooser, and also for Qt. So if we choose that, that shows the currently installed themes for GTK, the toolkit. And the default at the moment, what we're on, is fat grey rounded. So again, you can go to the package manager, package get, and you can install a whole lot of different GTK themes. Okay, so that's that one. Then we've got desktop icon switcher. Okay, and at the moment we don't have much in there. Okay, but again, you can install desktop icons. So basically you just click on the one you want. This is the current one. Click on the one you want and it will change, and these desktop icons will change to what you want. Okay, so that's the icons on the desktop again. Oh yeah, that's another thing, we can actually create your own custom JWM theme. Wallpaper, that's the next one. And there you go, you can choose lots of different, I've got different wallpapers. Again, click on package up there and you can install lots of wallpapers. Eastern Qual, that was the one in the previous version of EasyOS. Okay, so you can apply that if you want to. Okay, and cursor selector. Cursor selector, and you can choose what cursor. So at the moment we're on the magenta 48 pixel. Okay, cancel. Now what is not shown there is, okay, set global font size, you can do that of course. This text, what is controlling the size and the fonts and the color of this text is actually controlled by Roxfiler, the file manager. The file manager is responsible for these desktop icons. Okay, now to configure the Roxfiler, the file manager, you right click on any one of these icons here and here, okay, Roxfiler options, and that's where you will find, as well as a whole lot of other things, you can choose your text foreground color, background color, the actual font. Okay, so this is the default at the moment. Its foreground is black. The font is Open Sans semi-bold 13. So you can change that to whatever you want, and it will immediately change on the screen here. So by all means, use that. Do it again. Hold on. Root. Show hidden files, .packages. You can use this file as the reference if you want to go back to the default theme, if you deviated off it for some reason and you want to get back to it. Here's your reference point. So the default wallpaper at the moment is the desk background galah pink grey 1 package, and the actual JPEG image is this. So you just go to the desktop and you choose the wallpaper setter, and if you're interested to know where those wallpapers are, they are user share backgrounds. So they are here, and I'll right click, you can, oh, there we go. We're having a little bit of an issue with this refreshing. There we go. Right, okay. The thumbnails. Now incidentally, you'll see some folders here. These folders have That one doesn't have anything. That one does. These folders have the wallpapers that have been selected previously and have been trimmed to meet the exact resolution of the screen. That folder is computed to be the horizontal and vertical proportions of the screen. So when we change one of these guys here to our wallpaper, it will get put in here, trimmed to be the exact same proportions. So that ensures that the wallpaper never gets deformed. Just a little technical detail. That's all I wanted to say. Just that you guys who update from 7.4.5 might notice that the theming is all a bit odd. Your wallpaper might not have changed, or the text colour on your Rocks filer might be wrong. And as I mentioned, I do plan a sort of a global font, a global theme setter in the future, one day. For now, you just have to set them individually. Okay, I think that's enough. Anything else I wanted to say? No. There wasn't anything there? No. All right, let's finish.